On today's episode, your conscious mind is holding you back and fucking you up, keeping you from your gains.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Papa Swolenormous. I'm missing my real shades today. Missing my real shades. Ah, there we go. Now that's more like it. Oh, hey, double shades. Double shades. Let's get rid of that. Let's go back. Ah, yeah. Yeah. There we go. There we go. So thanks for sharing the broadcast. Thanks for throwing some freaking thumbs up. Much, much appreciated. And thank you, everyone. A surge of people. Thank you so much for all the great feedback on my ebook. Those of you that have downloaded. If you haven't, you can check in the description of this episode and you can download the ebook ASAP. So if you haven't checked that out, do so because everyone's telling me how much they love it. So thank you so much for the support there. Today's episode, your conscious mind is fucking you up. I want to put fucking you up in the actual description because Facebook hates it when I swear. Facebook hates it when I swear. I have a feeling that the bots and the Facebook algorithms scan the broadcast and then don't promote it to people because I swear so much at the beginning. But guess what? I don't fucking care. So Zuckerberg, you can suck on these guns. Say hello to K2. Say hello to Everest. These biceps are large and in charge, and the nipples are hard. It is Flex Friday, so everyone, if you're watching this, put your phone down, flex out a little bit. Let's get a little upper body pump before we start. Everyone's got to be a little bit warmed up. Got to get warmed up for the episode, get in your fallout shelters, make sure you got your hazmat suits on, and make sure that you bring the dogs and all the pets inside because the fallout, they're not going to last too long. This episode 294 is going to be off the chiz-ain. We are going to discuss the conscious mind and why it is holding you back. Now, an interesting concept because on Instagram, I made a post today. If you haven't checked out my Instagram today, go to my Instagram after this broadcast and check it out. Let me know what you think in the description of the Instagram post, because that's, the picture's funny, but the actual description is something important. And I think it's a good follow-up to this episode. If you read that first, this is a good compliment to that post. Yeah, Ben, the eggplant picture. I mean, here's the thing. Let's talk about society first, and then we'll get into how this is affecting your mind and how this is affecting your fitness. Most people, whether they are consciously aware of it or not, they are affected by what other people think, whether it's their parents, whether it's their friends, family, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, daughter, cousin. It doesn't matter who it is. Someone close to them influences their everyday thought process. And it's not necessarily that they're telling them what to do. Do this, do this, do that, do this. But they have dug themselves into the trenches of their mind and kind of subconsciously pulling the strings. What you should do with your career, what you should do with your life, what you should do with your personal expenses, what you should do with your free time, what you should do with your body, which leads me to this point. You are in control of your life. And it sounds obvious. But the reason I say it is because most people don't act like it. It's one thing to say it. It's one thing to talk about it. It's one thing to do a live broadcast about it. It's a whole other thing to do it. And most of you watching, and most of you that are watching after on the replay, and many more that aren't listening, of course, are not living by that mantra. They're not living by that rule. They're living by someone else's. And this is one of the reasons why there's a lot of misery, why there's a lot of stress, why there's a lot of passive-aggressive behavior on the road, in relationships. It's because of this pent-up aggression for not being yourself. And the issue really goes deeper than that because people don't realize that they're not even being themselves. They're not being authentic. And I could have gone many different ways. I could have not posted that picture. I could have said different things. I could be less confrontational. And I could have even taken it further. But if I took that picture further with the comment, I went more aggressive at people, that would have been inauthentic as well, because that's not the real me. That's not what I really feel. I'm not that angry about it. If I went less and I just said, oh, let me not post that picture, let me not write this in the comment, that would have been inauthentic too, because that's how I really feel. So you have to find the balance of what's right and wrong for you, but that's just being introspective and being authentic with yourself. So when you are authentic and real, and this comes down to self-awareness, this comes down to excuse me, learning yourself and understanding what you need. So we relate this to fitness. And the 7 pillars of Swolenormous, we talk about discipline and self-awareness and knowing your why, learning your body, learning what you truly want. Because if you know what you truly want and why you truly want it, you can take that image, you can take that thought, you can take that idea, formulate it, put it in your back pocket and carry it around with you everywhere you go. And then it can apply to your training every day when you don't feel like it. Remember, when you're not motivated, because motivation, like we talked about yesterday, it's at like the 75th or 80th floor. It is a surface emotion that will not keep you in the gym. If you're always looking for motivation, it's not going to happen. Extrinsic motivation, someone telling you, like if I tell you, go to the gym today, you have to lose weight, go do this, go do that. A lot of you will be like, yeah, rah, 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 and then go and fucking do something else. You need to be intrinsically motivated. And what does that mean? That means being motivated within. What does being motivated within mean? It means knowing your why and having discipline. That creates the motivation from within. So I always say motivation is bullshit, and it is, but it's bullshit in the surface emotion aspect. It's bullshit in the extrinsic motivation. It needs to come intrinsically. It needs to come from within. So we use that word motivation a lot in society. There's the common tongue. We say, oh, I'm not motivated today. I even say it. I even use the word toned, and I hate that word, but it just comes out. It's common language. But I implore you to look within and find out what you really want and understand what you really want. What you really want. Yes, Dominic, boom, that's the sound of the knowledge nuke exploding from probably 5 miles away. So we're all pretty much fucked, because it's going to blow at least the eastern seaboard out of existence within the next 5 minutes. So if you're on the East Coast, you're in trouble. West Coast, I'm coming for you right now. If you understand yourself, you can adjust to your environment. If you understand yourself and what you want, you understand the process, do you realize that there's no obstacle that's going to be too great? There's no challenge. Getting sick, losing your job, getting injured, it's raining today, oh, I have a busy day, I can't make it. You are able to pace yourself. You're able to be more patient. You're able to adjust your workout schedule. You had that mindset of long-term, of legacy, of future, of just, that long process. You're looking at the bigger picture. And if you're looking at the bigger picture, when something happens today, like if I'm not able for whatever reason to work out today, I'll be, oh, shucks, I wish I could work out. I feel great. But I'm also in the situation mentally where, okay, I'll crush it tomorrow. No big deal. I'll eat well and I'll work out tomorrow. There's no loss. If you're looking for the quick fix and the quick result and trying to get it this week and tomorrow and I need it now, one day off seems like a lifetime. It seems like you're going to be going the complete opposite direction. You're going to lose all your gains. Everything's going to fall apart. You're not going to get any results, and that's just not true. So it's no point in thinking that way. You need to adjust your way of thinking, because it's absolutely not true. And I know none of you want to see mountains in the background. I got to change that screensaver to like just me flexing like this. I need like a flexing screensaver. So it's your mindset. Obstacles and challenges do not apply in the same capacity when you change your mindset. They just don't. They don't, because you're looking at the macro picture. You're looking at the big pie, and a little tiny crumb from the crust on one slice is not going to make a fucking difference, because you got the rest of it to work for and the rest of it to consume. So, and some of you are out there like, I fucking love cake. I wouldn't drop a crumb, you son of a bitch. But the fact remains that there's a lot left. So one day is not going to make a difference, but you have to do your best and adjust on the daily so you can be consistent. Focus on your discipline, focus on your why, and then apply that and keep the mentality for the long term. So when I miss a workout, Sean, my OCD drives me nuts. But here's the thing, it might still drive you nuts, but with the understanding that, okay, I'll get it tomorrow. I'll just crush it tomorrow. I'll just, I'll go Ham Johnson tomorrow. You'll fucking destroy it tomorrow. And that's a great way to think about it. It's like, I'm just going to beat it up tomorrow. One day of rest. I like to think about it as I'm more recovered. You're recovering when you're resting. You're not recovering when you're in the gym. You're recovering when you're outside the gym. So you'll get to recover more before your next workout. So that's a benefit. Do some yoga, do some foam rolling, do some stretching, do some meditation. But understanding yourself. Now, going back to the original point about my Instagram post. Again, if you're showing up now, if you haven't checked out my Instagram post, just read it. It's funny, but think about the message in relation to this. It's a serious message. You need to live by your own rules. You're going to break some rules, you're going to adjust some rules, and you're going to go your own path. If you don't, you're going to be filled with regret when you're older because you didn't live your own life. You have to live your own life whether your parents approve of it or not, whether your friends like it or not. If they don't like it, they're not really your friends, are they? You need to be yourself. And here's the thing. Here's the kicker, and here's a great quote from one of my most viral videos. That video, if you ever saw that, Just Be You, it might come out again in the near future. I might, put that up again, and for all the new people that are joining the page. You need to be yourself, because if you are authentic to yourself, the right people will be attracted to you. And I, this past year, have met the most amazing people in my inner circle by putting my head down and ignoring fucking everyone. Ignoring everyone, holing up in my apartment, editing videos like a fucking psychopath, doing live broadcasts to 3 people obsessively every day for months. This is not, now we got like 50, 60, 70 people every day. It was not like this, those of you that are new to this broadcast. But I went hard on what I wanted, and the right people, the right followers, the right audience, all of you, the right community has been created. And the right people have come into my life you would say by accident, like, oh man, what a stroke of luck. It's not luck. I just did my thing. And when you are doing you, the reason why you're meeting people or that you're interacting with people that are on the same wavelength is because you're so focused on who you truly are. You attract, you notice, and you bind with people that are on that same wavelength. So you have to set your own standards. You have to be your own leader. And John, you attract what you are. Absolutely. You attract what you are, but you're not going to attract anything good. You're not going to attract the right people. You're not going to have that same adhesion if you are being inauthentic, if you're not being who you truly are, if you're not going your true north, your direction. So your homework. And right now, here's what I want. Before you go over to Instagram and check out that post and comment and read what I said, I want you to comment below. I want you guys to comment, and ladies too, comment below, and I want an example. I want you to think about it. I want you to think about what is authentic to you. I want you to think about, whether it's an experience with being on the right wavelength, with looking within, being authentic to yourself. I want your opinion. If you have an example, like a real world example that you'd like to share, I would greatly appreciate it. And I always say, never underestimate how important one of your comments is to someone else. And so many times have people I've seen get in these long conversations with each other in the comment section because something someone says resonates so strongly. So don't keep it in. It's a public forum. Everyone here is on the same wavelength. That's why we're all here. We're all like, you're all looking at me. I'm looking at the screen. I'm looking at you, but I'm not seeing you. But we're all here in the same energy. We're all together. And that number of everyone in the broadcast is just locked, solid, maintaining. So we're all in the same wavelength. We're all having this conversation, these feelings together. So share them because we're all in the same family, we're all in the same community, and we all believe the same things. So comment below. Let me know. I want to hear, I'm interested, your own experiences with being authentic, your own experiences with being who you are, and what it's attracted and brought into your life, and how that has been a positive or how not doing that has been a negative, and maybe your eyes are being opened now and you never thought about it this way. The positive and negatives, any comment or any idea you have about this topic, I want to hear about in the comments below. Thank you so much for for joining me for episode 294 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular podcast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps, and it is Flex Friday. So if you are motivated to post any flexing pictures in Swolenormous Premium, my private accountability group, you're more than welcome to do that. Thanks for joining me on YouTube and also listening to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. If you have not yet downloaded my amazing, famous, now it's famous because everyone's talking about it, my famous ebook, 7 Pillars of Swolenormous. If you haven't downloaded that yet, you can click the link in the description. And if you want access to Swolenormous Premium and to learn more about that program that just dropped, the 90-day dash that's fucking blowing up, you can go to my website, swolenormous.com, to sign up for premium. But if you just download my ebook, you'll get some more information about the program 90-day dash. So that's a great place to start as well. Absorb the content, keep an open mind, look within, find out more about yourself, and comment below what your experiences are, or is, what your experience is, what your experiences are. Got to be grammatically correct, even with these fucking gains. Another flex for the Friday. And leave a comment with your experience about just self-introspection, with authenticity with yourself and with others, and how that has made a difference in your life. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. And of course, I'll see you all tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time. Later.